Okay.
Hello out there.
Hello out there.
This is what do I call these history things? I want to say Billy Goat history. This is History Boomerang. And I can't tell whether we're looking at the camera or not. This is weird because we can't see it. So, all right. And this is my friend Carol, and she's going to help me today.
And I'm clapping for your.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell her a story about Billy Goat, so we have to have an opening song. I won't play it all. We'll just get to the Billy Goat part. I can't tell what kind of face I'm making because I don't usually do it this way. This song's from 1958.
Dog around. Dog around. Thought this was about Billy Goats. Thought this was about Billy Goats.
I hope that's loud enough because everybody tells me my music's loud. Okay, that's the Billy Goat song, and it says it's by Jesse Presley, but it says here that's 100% Elvis. So we have a history. Apparently, Jesse Presley was Elvis's stillborn twin.
Or maybe they named him Jesse and then changed it to Elvis later on.
That could be. So I want to tell you a story and let you ask me about it.
I will be glad to.
Okay. Never mind. We won't do that. Carol's my assistant at school for
500 years.
500, and she's the
44
only
minutes and
assistant.
2
She's
days.
the only assistant in the whole school that gave the teacher order and told the teacher what to do.
She just needed a little direction.
So, a true story.
Okay.
There's a doctor named John R. Brinkley.
Brinkley?
Brinkley.
Like Brinkley, the news guy.
Yeah, but not. I don't think they were related.
Oh, okay.
But he was no ordinary doctor.
Okay.
Since around 1913, he had considered the possibility
Yes.
of performing a sex gland transplant operation to restore potency in men.
Oh, I thought you were going to sound a Billy Goat.
No.
Okay.
So, and they had been
What year was this?
1913.
Okay.
And around 1913 in Europe, they had actually done that with a chimpanzee's sex glands. Yes,
Hey,
they transported a
chimpanzee
chimpanzee sex glands into
Okay.
human males.
In 1913.
Well, a little before that, over in Europe.
Okay.
And apparently, the patients left the operating table, and it was assured that they would have potency from that point on.
But
So
they
Brinkley,
started growing hair and acting like a chimp.
I don't know about that. Okay. So anyway, Dr. John R. Brinkley, a real doctor, settled in Milford, Kansas
Milford.
in 1918.
Isn't there a story about Milford?
I just don't know about that. But anyway, when he got to Milford, he decided he wanted to try that transplant. But he did not have, he wanted to attempt an operation. He did not have a chimpanzee.
Okay.
So he decided he would substitute a billy goat's glands for the chimpanzee
Because
glands.
he went out in the backyard, and there in the backyard was the Billy Goat.
Yes. So that's what he tried.
There you go. All right.
So his first patient that he did was a middle-aged man.
Now, why not a younger man?
Well, this man didn't have a family, and he desired a family. He wasn't quite potent enough to get him one, so
Okay.
he tried this out. So both the doctor and the patient understood that this was an experiment that had never been done. It had been done with chimpanzees, but billy goats, just a little bit
There you go. Yeah.
different. So anyway, they agreed to take that gamble. So he
Okay.
did the operation. And sometime later, the man came back to him, had a great big wad of bills, gave it to him, and said it worked. The man's wife had a son, and then Brinkley started operating on other patients.
Because he had a wad of bills?
No, because that
Because
first
that
billy goat transplant worked.
But
the sex
Did the
gland.
money also help? a wad of bills.
Well, I don't know how big the wad was. Who knows?
But that probably helped a lot.
It probably helped a lot.
Okay.
So anyway.
1913. Need money.
Okay. So anyway, a California newspaper got hold of it, suggested that Brinkley, following his successful transplant, raise his price and start charging more. Right. And he raised his fee from $50 to at least $750 in one shot. And because $50 was, it said, too small of an amount to sound impressive to people. So, now remember, this when he did the first transplant, it was, what I tell you, 1918.
I thought you said 13.
No, that's when they were doing, he started thinking about it then.
But in 1918.
But he had to find a chimpanzee substitute.
Where is this going?
Look at the camera
I
series
know.
and keep a straight
I'm
face.
trying.
Do it. So anyway,
Okay, 1918. I got
yeah,
it.
but now we're in 1928.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm not making this up,
There's
people.
6 minutes.
Okay, we're going to be done in just a minute.
Okay.
Okay, in 1928, his fame had spread far and wide with he and the Billy Goats.
Okay.
Okay, and so
Did he name the Billy Goats?
I just don't know about that, but he
Well,
he was getting 30 to 40 young, vigorous Billy Goats every day, arriving daily from Arkansas.
oh.
He's in Kansas and he gets
He's in
Arkansas Billy
because
Goats.
they have
They're more
hills there or
potent,
something.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he hurt the Billy Goats doing this?
That's a good question. I don't know if you can cut. Does anyone out there in the crowd know if you can cut sex organs off a Billy Goat? He should still be okay.
Okay.
How you doing back there, Kathy?
Yep, the lady over here with the little knitted hat said, I think it's okay.
Okay, knitted hat. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes.
We have an actual we have a camera
I know
woman
we
today,
do.
Kathy. my
And
friend.
you're paying her big bucks.
I am paying her big bucks. So anyway, willing patients were easier to get than the goats because people were calling from all
Okay.
around. So he examined 40 patients every day with the possibility of doing the sex transplant from the Billy Goat.
Okay. Thank you.
So his income was estimated anywhere between, and this is back in 1928,
Yes.
anywhere from $50,000 a year
Uh-huh.
and $30,000 a week. He owned 3 airplanes. He opened his own bank. He was the owner of the first radio station in Kansas. So he's doing well.
And it's during the Roaring Twenties.
Yeah.
You know.
Getting close to the Depression.
The
Not
Roaring
that long.
Twenties, but yeah.
Yeah. So 1928.
Can.
Yes, 1928 started bad times, hard times for Brinkley, other people
Oh
too.
gosh, yeah. Depression's
The
coming.
biggest problem is an article appeared in a medical, in the journal, the American Medical Association, titled John R. Brinkley quack.
But
But he was a
how
real
could he be
doctor.
a quack because he was not doing it with ducks? So you can't say he's a quack.
He would be a
What do Billy Goats do?
goat.
Goat herder. Goat.
Goat.
I don't know. What do they make a noise?
Yeah,
Goats?
what do billy goats do, Kathy?
Kathy, what's a Billy Goat do? We're asking the camera.
They sound
person.
like a sheep.
Like
a
what?
sheep. Bah. Bah. Oh, you're a good sheep.
He was a bah.
Bah. Okay.
Okay.
Not a duck
Quack.
quack.
Anyway,
Okay. You know
so
what?
the AMA, which I know because my dad's a doctor, is American
But he
Medical.
was not a doctor of.
Yes, he was a real doctor.
Yeah, I know he was a real doctor, but not of Billy Goats.
No, people.
Yes.
He didn't take the sex glands from people and put them in billy goats. He put the sex glands from billy goats into people. For Lord's
But
sake.
your doctor helped a lot of people. I know. I've heard.
My dad or Brinkley was
Your
a billy
dad,
goat. Let's
your
don't
dad,
mix my
no.
dad up with a
Your
billy
dad
goat doctor.
delivered a lot of babies.
Okay.
Okay, guys, 9 minutes.
9 minutes. Okay, we got to try to finish
Okay,
in
all right.
12 or under.
Okay, go.
Okay, so we're up to 12. Well, anyway, so
Go on with your life.
the American Medical Association claimed
Yes.
there is no medical fact, no medical evidence that would prove that transplanting sex glands of billy goats would help humans.
Okay.
So they call him a quack or a bah.
Okay.
And so they rescinded his medical license and
Oh.
he took it to court and courts agreed with the people that he lost his medical
Oh,
license.
because probably a lawyer had a lot of billy goats and thought he was hurting the billy goats, or I don't know.
Yeah, and things
Okay.
just went worse. His radio broadcasting permit
it's
was just
gone.
about to be revoked. And it
His
looked
wife
like
left him.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, right.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
And it looked like his whole world's going to cave in.
Yes.
So to save his business, this is interesting too.
Okay.
He entered politics.
Mm.
He announced he was going to run for an independent candidate for the governor of Kansas. But the ballots were already, this happened to Murkowski in Alaska. The ballots were already made. So the only thing she could do is she could have write-in ballots, which she did, and she was elected. I don't know if you know that because you're a big old Republican. Well, she's a Republican.
All right, that's great.
Okay, well, so that's what he did. He did write-in ballots.
Okay.
And when they went to
But
count...
what was his platform? Billy goats? No.
Sex potency, I don't know.
There you go.
11 minutes.
Get your Billy goat is what it was.
Okay.
11 minutes. So anyway,
Okay, keep going.
there was the state attorney general at that time, after a lot of arguing, said that those write-in ballots will only count if they say J period R period Brinkley. That's what they have to say, J R Brinkley, followed by the proper X that you would put by it. Okay, well, they weren't properly marked. People came in and wrote Dr. Brinkley. Probably some people wrote Billy Goat.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
But anyway,
Dr.
so
Billy Goat.
and some just put Brinkley, and some had the name misspelled. Any of those had to be discarded.
Because it all has to be.
And there were literally thousands and thousands of votes for Dr. Brinkley thrown out because of what the attorney
And what
general
state
said.
was this in?
Kansas.
Kansas.
Yes. And in 1930. So the
Wizard
doctor,
of Oz.
right.
Okay.
So the doctor lost a close three-way election. Fast forward 30 years. 30 years later, Republicans and Democratic candidates admitted that if they would have counted all the votes that were for him, he would have been governor of Kansas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And
We might never have had the Wizard of Oz. Or it
We
would have been with
might
a
have-
billy goat.
the Billy Goat market might be booming right now.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway,
Okay.
he did run for governor again in 1932 and 1934, and he got a place on the ballot, but by then it was too late. And he was defeated both times by a Republican named Alf. I don't know if he's ready to Alf, the TV
Oh,
personality,
yeah.
but Alf M. Landon. And then the end with...
Landon. I know a Landon.
Do you? Okay. The 1930 governor's race did not ruin him financially, though, because he went across the border into Mexico.
We're in
13.
Mexico.
Yes, opened up.
Rio Grande.
Yes,
Okay.
opened up his own radio station there, which he didn't have to follow the guidelines of the
of
Federal
course not.
Communications Commission, and he cranked out 50,000 watts, and it. Why did you just kick me?
I didn't kick you.
You did kick me.
Because we're over 13
I know,
minutes.
and we're getting ready to end right here by tell you about his radio station,
hurry
for
up.
Lord's sakes, you people.
Okay.
His radio station broadcasted the entire middle west of the United States, and
Oh
he
my
could do
gosh.
whatever he wanted and say whatever he wanted. He did, however, retire from his medical practice, probably because he had to.
Because you can't bring billy goats
Yeah.
out of the
What do you
country.
think of that?
I think it's great.
Okay, look at the camera.
This
Has
wonderful.
been History Boomerang.
With history about billy goats.
Yep. Bye.